Watching us, if you're on Darius's Facebook Live or mine, it's great to have you back. We're in the press room of, how do you say it? Is it Saban's? How do you say the theatre?
The Saban.
The Saban.
Saban Theatre. Yes, absolutely.
We're at the Saban Theatre.
At the Saban Theatre.
In Beverly Hills, and Darius is learning to speak proper English.
Proper English, yes. I do speak the King's English, yes.
And he is a very close friend of Johnny Rotten.
Johnny Rotten is a good friend of mine, yes, absolutely. We go way back, in fact. Yes, yes we do.
Hey, tell us, we're with Daruis McCrary.
Daruis McCrary, yes.
Yeah.
Try saying that with an English accent.
That's a Scottish name, I think.
No, it's actually Irish.
Irish name,
yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, tell us, Darius, why are you here tonight? Do you know anything about the festival?
Well, I do. I've learned so much about the festival, but what I do know of the festival is that there's one word that ties this whole thing together, and it's the word that we need to increase as much as possible in our lives and in our vocabularies. It's the word love. And that's what matters to me. If we can learn to love more, we will be able to do more as people. If we learn to put our differences to the side, if we learn to stop judging, if we learn to try and not even walk a mile in someone's shoes, but just try and understand why they wear the shoes that they wear. You don't have to walk in their shoes, but just understand why they're wearing the shoes that they might be wearing. We might be able to love more. And once we do that as a people, as a race of human beings, we will be able to accomplish so much more. We have to understand that we all come from one source and that we are all family. We're all family because we're all made up of the same dense matter, the same dark matter, the same blood runs through all of our veins. It doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. What matters is all the love that you have inside. And it's infectious and contagious. And it's the only thing that you can give away, that the more you give, the less it costs you.
When I started in journalism, and I was explaining to Darius that I'm an African American. I don't look like one.
My soul brother.
Soul brother. I was born in Nigeria, West Africa. Some people often say, why don't you go back there? But I'm sure you wouldn't do that.
No, we're not going back to Africa.
But one of the first interviews I ever did was with Mahalia Jackson.
Wow.
Just before she passed away in London.
Wow.
She died in Paris, but she was in London. And shortly afterwards, Coretta Scott King. And what influence did Dr. King have on your life?
You know, that's a really deep question. What influence has Dr. King had on the world is a question that I would like to answer. I think that from humble beginnings come great legacies. And Dr. King has taught me that you might have to sacrifice so that the next generation can reap the benefits of all the hard work that you were able and blessed to apply to this life. Dr. King performed so many selfless acts. And Coretta Scott King is to be praised as well, because it takes an amazing queen to stand behind a king, especially a king of his stature. His last name wasn't just King. The man was a king. He carried himself as a king, and he sacrificed so much. When you look back over time and you see a lot of those civil rights marches that were performed, and you see the dogs that were sicked on some of those people, and the hoses that the fire department turned on, all in the name of hate. And you see how he stood strong and firm in his beliefs concerning love and concerning peace. Today, the reverb of that movement and of that voice that was created still carries and emits the signal, and it emits the message of love. So anything that I've been able to carry away from Dr. King and the beautiful Coretta Scott King is to love more.
And you know, Mahalia was talking about the fact that when Martin was about to give his big speech there, you know, in Washington, she shouted over to him something like, give him the dream speech, because he wasn't going to make that famous speech.
Yes, I've
and
heard
she
that.
just felt that was the speech he should, you know. Do you feel the African American community here has realized that dream, or is still quite a way to go?
I do believe that the African American community has quite a ways to go. But in addition to that statement, not only does the African American community have quite a ways to go, I believe that we as a community have quite a ways to go. And it lends and bodes to support. The support that Mahalia Jackson followed in her heart to remind Dr. King of what he had come that day to do. He wasn't going to even give that speech, but being that she was in the spirit and she was there to support him, she reminded him what his mission was. And I think that that's what we have to do every day in the community. We have to hold each other accountable. We have to be there for each other, and we have to support each other through all that we're going through. If I had one wish, I wish that we would abolish family courts. I wish that we would abolish family law, and that we would work within a community like a tribe to try and